they can influence others like Florence Nightingale. Thank you. First of all, I want to share a small anecdote regarding a 40-year-old father and 16-year-old son. A 40-year-old father has a 16-year-old son. That 16-year-old son asked a bike to buy to his father. So, the 40-year-old father asked him to wait 4 years. But the 16-year-old son said, it's a long time, I won't be able to wait. So, the 40-year-old father said, it's a short time. So, now who is correct? The 40-year-old father, where the 4 years is 1/10 of his life, whether the 16-year child, where the 4 years is 1/4 of his life. So who is correct? So they came to a decision, and they have a communication between them. So they have the understanding. So the father came 2 years and the child came 2 years later. So the father said he will buy him a bike in 2 years. So there should be an understanding between father and son, and parents and his child.
Let us take a situation, Lahari, where the child is an obdurate child who doesn't want to listen at all, a pampered child, and he keeps on piping on only one statement that he wants the bike. Then what is the solution for that?
First of all, parents should not pamper the children so much that the child cannot listen to his parents. So parents should support him to buy his bike, but not to 4 years plus 2 years. They should convince the child.
Who should convince the boy?
Obviously the parents.
Why can't the son can buy the bike after his job?
It means a parent is always on to do something to their children. So, the child is influenced by his friends to buy a bike.
Yeah, agree with you that parents always use love and shows affection on you. I didn't say no for it, but anyhow they just gives whatever you need, a child need. But the spending the money of the parents is not the only one goal of the child. I was saying him, if I was in the position of him, I will wait for my job and I will spend my money which was earned by me, and who else will spend money on me? As the parents, they were spending money on us. If not, who else they are? It's my view.
I think we are deviating a little from the topic. The topic is about career, and now we are coming to choosing the bike and buying the bike. So we'll go back to the topic.
I feel that parents should mostly emphasize on teaching moral values, ethics to children more than choosing about the career. If they teach these moral values to their children, automatically they'll be confident enough to choose their right path. So recently I read an article in one of the magazines. It states about the boy who committed suicide, and the suicide letter is in this way. It says that his parents are insisting him to go towards engineering, and finally after a great struggle he got a seat in engineering. But this did not make him happy. His father was boasting to everyone that my son is an engineer, but this feeling did not make him happy. I just don't want to support the idea of the child to commit a suicide, but the parents are just insisting and influencing them to go towards their path, whereas the boy wants to do his own job and he wants to be a journalist.
Well, I want to continue yours. The child want to take the career which was told by his parent, which was suggested by his parent. So he committed suicide. Well, in my opinion, if the child has done anything to tell to his parents or to convey to his parents that I want to do that, they would have let him do that one. Because no parent want to see his son spoiled or his life ruined. So in my opinion, their parents would have listened to him.
Almost all of you have agreed on that one point, that parents will surely listen, and for that you need a bond. You have to be open to your parents, is it not so? You have to express explicitly what you want to do, what you want to become. And one thing is for sure, when you choose a career, please remember that growth in the career also is very, very important. And for all these, the discussion with parents, their guidance is important. Almost all of you have come to that agreement. Yeah, it has been a wonderful discussion, and I just wanted to tell you there are so many wonderful careers. If you go to Google, you will find that from A to Z, you will find careers. I don't know why parents want to pressurize their children, and some of the parents only know two careers, that is either a doctor or an engineer. It is really very, very sad. Right from hair, trichology, that is hair, and podiatric. Right from hair to foot, we have so many careers. Trichology to podiatric, we have so many careers that the children can choose. So, it's a request from my side to all the parents that please don't force your children, have a wonderful and a sweet talk with your children. And they are also thinking human beings. Consider them as thinking human beings. And unless and until they make a thorough study, they will not come to a decision. So even their thoughts have to be valued by the parents. Before I close this panel discussion, I just in the morning read a wonderful poem. A poem, I think I have to read it out. Can I have silence, please? Yes, I'm happy. Wow, that's nice. This poem is written by Haid Harrell. There are so many things you want to know, so many ways you want to grow. There are so many things you want to be, so many milestones you want to see. You will get there if you never forget the superpower of the word yet. Y-E-T, yet. When you first tried to talk, you were hard to understand. When you first tried to eat, you needed a hand. When you first tried to walk, you fell and fell. When you first tried to run, it didn't go well. But your baby self knew something we often forget. The superpower of the word yet. Y-E-T, yet. Somehow you knew that if you kept trying, your chances of success would keep multiplying. The same is true with every risk that you take. You just have to learn from every mistake. where you put your effort, the goal will be met. As long as you remember the super word yet. Dear children, this is a wonderful poem and it's a wonderful piece of advice to you. There's always a wonderful word yet. I did this, yet I didn't do it properly, yet I can do it in a much better way. Okay? Thank you, dear children. Thank you, parents. Ignore the audience. Yeah. Anybody from the audience side, would you like to join the discussion or talk about it? Sir?
Nice to see all you here. And I am from Kolapuroli. It was very near here, 40 kilometers. And I heard about Sri Prakash. It was it was my opportunity to speak in front of you. I hope I am audible to you guys.
Sure.
Okay, ma'am. So the topic here which we are discussing is really very, very good topic, because I never see in a stage that we are talking about a topic which can directly impact parents and impact children. So first of all, we have to appreciate for the topic and the topic chosen. So now what I want to add one more point in front of all your professionals is career. You said, choosing career, who? Parents or children? But there is one more point we need to go inside or in deep and find out your career is really set by your teachers. Don't you think that so? Because I am a student in one of the school and my mathematics teacher used to come to near me and he used to say that you are a good mathematician. I don't know I'm a good mathematician, but my teacher detected it, right? So the real detection has happened by the teachers and real direction is given by your parents and real decision is taken by students. Am I true?
Yes, sir. You have rightly said, sir. The teacher is a mother in school.
Yeah. See,
because all teachers are mothers in schools, sir.
Right.
So their guidance will be the best.
Exactly, madam. Because when you have, many of the parents get married and in next 3 years you take care of your kid. After 3 years, you will never leave your parent in your sister's home. You will never leave your child in your sister's home. You will never leave your child in your mother's home or grandmother's home. But after 3 years, that child is sent to school without any what you call unsecure thing, right? For 3 years, అంటే మీకు తెలుగులో కూడా చెప్తాను, కొంతమంది పేరెంట్స్కి మనం 3 సంవత్సరాల వరకు మన పిల్లల్ని పక్కింటి వాళ్ళ ఇంట్లో కూడా ఉంచాం. అలాంటిది 3 సంవత్సరాలు వచ్చేటప్పటికి ఏ భయం లేకుండా స్కూల్కి పంపుతున్నాం. యూ నో దట్ కెరియర్ ఈస్ బీయింగ్ సెట్ బై యువర్ టీచర్స్, రైట్? దట్స్ ద రీజన్ వీ ఆర్ రియల్లీ
I like the wonderful applause by the children. They also know that it is the teachers who are their mentors. Please, children, remember that always.
So, I don't know God, but in my career, my God is my teacher. Thanks a lot for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for motivating our children. Anyone else?
Good afternoon to all. This particular topic, what are they discussing, I just got to narrate 2 incidents, real life mistakes. It happened in my life once. So there is one close relative. Father is forest ranger, mother is a housewife. They got only one son. Father was earning big money, so a lot of money floating around. So they want to pamper the child in the best possible manner. And they did not allow him to mix with anybody else. They wanted he should be exclusive child. And he should not go for engineering, he should not go for medicine. He should study something which is beyond anybody's control or reach. I am talking about this incident happened around 20 years back. That's why I remember when they are discussing about it. So this boy was sent for CA to Hyderabad. He was being sent money every now and then. He was studying there. And you know that CA is a very tough thing. You have to have a lot of dedication, not like today's. Today's CA is very easy. But the olden days it used to be very tough. Pass percentage used to be 1% or 2%. So this boy, he continuously failed. But mother cannot disclose this thing to anybody because she always thought my child is a gifted child. She forced upon the CA on him where he doesn't have intelligence or suitability or inclination towards it. So ultimately what happened? He could not complete it after 9 years also. Whereas all his age group people have completed their studies and they joined already job They were doing excellently well. So mother said, he somehow lied to mother. I completed. So mother said, why don't you pick up a job? So now to do a job, he needs a qualification, but he doesn't have a qualification. So he joined a job for 4,000 rupees. But he told the mother, I am getting 40,000 rupees. He started telling blatant lies. So slowly after 1 year, mother told, okay, let's get you married. Now he knows that every trick will fail, because they will inquire where he is working, what salary he is getting, he will go to employment, they will find out everything. It's not that these parents wanted money from the child. They are quite rich. They are from Rajahmundry actually. So having this much money, but forcing this child to study CA, and he failed, and he is not able to disclose. Now tomorrow is the day where the boy is supposed to see the girl at Kakinada. This boy committed suicide and he died. It's so sad. He is my wife's cousin. Everybody stunned because he is a single child. So in this topic, as a executive, we can say that nobody should be forced upon. Then second incident happened just recently. It happened just 2 months back. Father is an engineer. He is from Kakinada, but working at Jamshedpur. Mother is a housewife. Single child again. This boy actually got seat in Jamshedpur Steel Plant Engineering College. But he doesn't want to study there, so he wanted to join VIT. He was sent to Raivelur. When he started studying there, first year he got 95%.